What you guys touch him up, scoot back.
Kasir Goldston, a rarity in terms of his opponents all having winning records coming into their fights. Usually a young fighter will get opponents who have several losses on their records, and that's not been the case. And he was just too young to go to Tokyo 2020. We'll be talking about that as the night progresses. The gentlemen who you've seen on our air who are now going to be representing the United States in the Olympics. You see Goldston, the southpaw, with those flashy trunks. His range is one of the greatest assets that he brings to the table.
Nice, rangy. Also distance control. I want to see him control the distance. As you can see out from the outside there. He's from fighting out of the southpaw stance as well. You know, one thing to remember when you're facing the southpaw is you want to try to get the outside containment with the lead foot. Contain that outside to line up your right hand and your power shot. And also to keep the southpaw off balance.
Here's father Tyshawn Goldston calling out instructions.
Hey, Bernardo, another thing to take into consideration when you're facing the southpaw is you got to watch the headbutts as well, because when the orthodox fighter throws the right hand, throws his right hand, and you throw your left hand, you're lined up, your heads line up on the same side. So you see a lot of head clashes at times with southpaw versus orthodox.
Trying to set up that left hook is Mazzy Goldston, nicknamed Bazzy for Maserati by his football coach out in Albany High School. He said he got clipped with the left hook and just slid right under it.
Right behind, because when he threw the last shot, what he didn't do, he didn't roll under. He got to always expect that.
Yeah, so he's so quick that his football coach nicknamed him Mazzy. Said he's quick on his feet in football. He's got the quick hands in boxing.
You know, sometimes we don't fair mention that when a fighter, he steps off the line, no, he's not available for straight punches. What he's available for is hooks, you know, looping shots. As you can see that Mazzy had stepped off the line. Yeah, he was out, but what happened was he got clipped with another left hook.
Look, if anything, Maurice Anthony, as he goes low there, if anything, he's got power because he's 3-1 and his 3 wins came by way of knockout. He's an 8-year pro with only 4 fights because he had a 7-year layoff in between fights from August 2012 to July 2019. So he's got a lot of ground to make up.
And a lot of time to make up.
Yeah. Anthony's compact and he's quick with those hands on the inside. He got caught there.
See, nice adjustment right there. He got out at the right time. This time he's looking for that left hook.
Let him go, let him go.
All right, round 1 comes to an end, and we invite you to hang around here with us on Top Rank Boxing on ESPN Plus because the monster, Naoya Inoue, is in the house. One of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the world. One of the cleanest knockout artists. The man you last saw on Halloween night knocking out Maloney. Well, he's got 2 belts. He wants to become undisputed at bantamweight. And Tim, you're going to have a chance to talk to him.
Am I?
I don't know,
wonderful.
But we're going to have a chance to talk to him.
But just put it
here
this
on
way.
ESPN.
He is they call him the monster, but he is the quietest monster I've ever met. You know, he's not into himself like that. He says he doesn't feel like a monster at all when he goes into the ring, but he's a complete technician inside that ring.
A man who has fought in a fight of the year against Nonito Donaire through a broken orbital bone, a fractured nose, said he was seeing double. None of that deterred him from his mission, which was to remain undefeated. And this man is as scary as they come. Joe Tess will have an opportunity to interview Naoya Inoue immediately following this fight between Kasir Goldston and Maurice Anthony. Let's see what adjustments Goldston was able to make here coming into round number 2.
Nice right hand setup right there.
To the body by Anthony, right?
Yeah, Anthony, he knows what he's doing in there. He's not a slouch, honestly. That's the reason why you see 3 wins on his resume. He does what we don't talk about often when Orthodox is facing a southpaw.
Anthony's giving up 5.5 inches in reach as well as 4 inches in height. But nonetheless, he's been able to land some shots on Kasir Goldston.
See, now Goldston's, what he's doing is he's sitting back and now he's just using his jab. He's being smart. He's just looking to pick Anthony on the way in. Yeah, nice body up right there by the young fella. Closing the gap immediately, not allowing Anthony to do anything with his offense.
He's a third-generation fighter with a 109-8 amateur record in 117 fights. Ooh. I mean, he made his opponent miss, then he made him pay, did Kasir Goldston, but there's always something coming back from Anthony. See Anthony now resorting to lunging because of the distance control from Goldston.
That jab, that beautiful jab right there. Looping left hook right there, jumping, leaping left hook, I would say, from Anthony. See, the thing is, when you're facing a guy that has a lot of hand speed, it's about timing. That's what it's about. You got to time him at the right time. And every now and then you see Anthony timing Goldston as he tries to exit.
Great head movement, leg movement from Kasir Goldston. He seems to have figured out Maurice Anthony here. And once again, he catches him with that stick coming in. But once Anthony gets on the inside, he goes to work.
Savage on the inside, and you can tell he's physically strong. And Goldston, what he's doing is he's reaching out with his hands. He needs to be careful doing that. He needs to make sure his body is close enough before he reach out with those hands, because if he reach out too far, he can get caught right in between. Good shot right there by Goldston.
So we invite you to move right on back here on ESPN Plus for the State of Boxing live to break down the entire night. Round 3 of a scheduled 4-round fight here. Kasir Mazzy Goldston with the Toy Story Buzz Lightyear colored trunks taking on Maurice Anthony.
I like that move he just did. Honestly, he was moving, and I'm saying Goldston, he was moving to his left, and then he swept back to his right and landed a beautiful left hand down to the body of Anthony.
You see the great footwork from Mazzy. There's that leaping left that already buzzed Goldston early on in this fight.
You know, when you get fighters like that, man, and I've seen a lot of young fighters get knocked out from these leaping shots coming from these veteran type fighters. You got to understand that Anthony's been a pro for 7 years. You know, he's not a guy that has he's a guy that has experience. You know, probably in the gym, many hours of work inside the gym sparring against, you know, probably some of the best guys in the world.
And a guy who knows who he is. He knows he's short. He knows he's been giving up height and reach his entire career.
Yeah.
So he's not fazed at all by the taller, longer Goldston. That's what he's been up against every time.
Now what he's doing is, like I said, he's timing. He's trying to time Goldston when he makes a mistake. And every now and then he'll lead. Hey, Bernardo, there's an uppercut available for Goldston. It's a shot that Anthony will not see coming. He's rushing in with his head now. Starting to get a bit carried away with some of his punches.
Let him out.
And he's already been warned for low blows in the second and now in the third round as Maurice Anthony.
Left uppercut. Bop. Oh my goodness, right there.
Well, he took what he gave him. You were looking for the left uppercut. He landed a right hook.
That'll work too. That was a sweeping right hook right there. Nice check hook, but that uppercut is available.
But the difference is the hook, you can be on your way out like he was there. And the uppercut, you have to be a little bit more intimate. You got to be in a position to land it. in range.
And be willing to, be at the proper range and also be willing to throw it. Oops, there was one right there, just off the mark.
Man, you letting this guy spar with you, man. You're not sparring, Reese. You got in my head. Because you're taking too long to get it off. You got to get it off. You got to go knock this dude out, man. This what you want to hear? Huh? Come on, man. You let this guy just move around the ring. He ain't hit you with nothing.
I know.
But you got to work. All he wanted, he looking for the clock.
Yeah, I know.
We want to work, right? We trying to fight.
Last round coming up.
And there is Xander Zayas, the undefeated 8-0, 6 knockout 18-year-old. Tonight's the night of the 18-year-old welterweights, it appears. And this young man is one to watch. He's coming off of an impressive knockout victory in Kissimmee, Florida, where he blew out his opponent in just a couple of, well, actually it was 56 seconds, and DeMarcus Layton.
Don't touch him up there at the bell.
He's happy to be here with fans once again.
Touch him up.
So keep an eye on Xander Zayas out of Puerto Rico.
Keep your head up.
You see another weapon that you can use. Instead of the jab, you can use the feint. That would help you draw your opponent's offense out. It'll allow you to know what he's thinking about or what he's trying to attempt to do. Keeps him guessing as well.
Stop! Come on, you can't do that. You can't do that.
See, that's one thing that Goldston needs to use. He needs to use more feints.
Looking for that straight left is Kasir Goldston.
Nice step around right there from Goldston.
Off his head, off his head, off his head. Stop, stop. My man, listen. You can't do it anymore, okay? Don't do that, don't do that. I know, you can't lean on him.
Nice. Nice straight 1-2 right there.
You gotta use it, you gotta use it.
See the ref warning Goldston for almost using the stick out there. He's actually lining up his straight left hand. He left it out there a little bit too long and the refs called him on it.
Off his head, don't push his head down.
Goldston's corner seems to be content with him just picking off Anthony here with a minute left in round number 4. What would you like to see him do down the stretch as Anthony continues to try to break him down?
Do exactly what he's doing. Let his hands go.
Right.
You know, he needs to throw in combinations instead of single shots at a time. And he needs to be first. You know, action is a lot faster than reaction. A lot of times he's been trying to react to things that Mozzie's trying to do.
Stop!
Mozzie keeps looking himself up on that big screen. He needs to keep his eye on Anthony here.
Yeah, you know, that's just, you know, he's a young guy. You know, I don't understand why he's looking to see how much time is left or anything like that. You need to be in the moment all the time inside that ring. Nice. That's beautiful work right there from Mozzie.
And the fight ends here. 4 rounds in the books. We'll see who has the victory here in Las Vegas. Now we send it up to Mark Chinook for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds here inside the Virgin Hotel, Las Vegas, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Tim Cheatham, Eric Cheek, and Patricia Morse-Jarman all score the bout 40-36 for your winner by unanimous decision, Kasir Goldston.